Actually, I spent my childhood in that ATL.
Oh, okay.
So I moved from San Francisco when I was 4 years old, and actually 5 years old. I stayed in Riverdale. Went to Riverdale Middle School, elementary school. I went to Lake Ridge Elementary School or some shit like that. I forgot. And I pretty much stayed out there until I was in 8th grade. So around like 15, 14. And I was always back and forth to the Bay Area. And one thing I learned, the Bay Area ATL is totally different from the music, the culture, the people is very different. And I feel like I got both sides of the game. When I was in ATL, it was more like, I was growing up around, the Nuck If You Buck movement, when, what I'm saying, all that shit was popping off. Jeezy first dropped his first mixtape, T.I. So I was exposed to all that. And I'll go back to the Bay Area, and then we, out here, Bullets with Fullies, like Messy Marv, the Jacka, Juice, that's my uncle, Black Chris, RBL Posse. And it was just different, what I'm saying? It was like a different vibe. So I was like back and forth the whole time. But in the Bay Area, it was real project shit. So I was in a part of San Francisco called Hunters Point, you know what I'm saying? All my family from Harbor Road. That's one of the projects out there. And it was just, it was real project living. And the more in ATL, it was like homes, but it was a lot of black people, you know what I'm saying? People, it was just different. It was like a whole different, I can't really explain it. It was like the same thing, but it was different because you got nice houses, but not so much privileged people in those nice houses because the property's so cheaper. But then you go to San Francisco and you got like, real public homes. I mean, I was in Riverdale, so you know what I'm saying, I was off Taylor Road, you know what I'm saying? I was in a neighborhood called Wood Lake Landing, if anybody knows what that is, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, it's two different sides of the world for me, so I was exposed to both, and I think that kind of created the sound of the music that I make today.
Would you say you had a rough upbringing or not so much?
I mean, the average, normal person.
Now, what was the reason for the move to ATL initially, and then the move back to the Bay for you after 8th grade?
I was moved away from the Bay Area. There was a lot of violence going on. My family was tied into a lot of street stuff, and my mom wanted to take me away from all that, so we moved to ATL for just to keep me away from all the bullshit that was going on. And my heart always was in the Bay Area. So every time I get a chance, I come fly out to visit my dad for the summers and shit, and that's pretty much how it went.
Now, speaking of school, what type of student were you in school?
I was a good student. I just didn't go to school too much.
Graduated high school?
Not yet.
What year did you drop out? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
Probably like end of the freshman year. That's shit. I don't condone dropping out. I don't think that's like the way to go. I just was in a situation where it was more like I wanted to get some money early. So, I wanted the cars. I wanted to live that lifestyle. I wanted to be out partying. I wanted to, do different shit. And with me dropping out of school, it was like a gift and a curse for me, cause I was forced to grow up faster. You know what I'm saying? All my people that I hung around was already in their 30s, giving me different game about doing this, and I never really was forced to go to school like that. You know what I'm saying? My dad never finished school, you know what I'm saying? My dad doing pretty, doing good, real street nigga, making shit happen for himself. And it just, it was like, it's a gift and a curse, man, because I say it was a curse because I didn't really get the experience going to proms and all that, like, you know what I'm saying, like frat parties and all that kind of shit. I never really got to experience that. But I'm on my toes, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for anything. I done went through so much shit already. I feel like I'm already in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, nothing can really break me at this point. So, you know, but I don't condone that for nobody. You know, I got a little one. I got a son, he's 5 years old, and I preach that he stay in school and all that. I don't think that's definitely not a smart decision for nobody, I don't think.
So looking back, hindsight 2020, if you could go back in time, would you have finished out high school? And
Definitely.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
I never had one.
Now, both parents were in your life, I guess separated at one point?
Yeah, it was different. It was different. Yeah, my mom had me at 15 in the Bay Area, and I think I don't remember really in my mind. I don't really remember seeing my parents together like that. They probably was. I just don't remember. Like
okay, so they were separated.
Yeah,
pretty
when
much
I was
your whole
young,
life.
so I was already used to like the whole traveling to see my pops. You know what I'm saying? Mom's over here, and you know, I just kind of it's normal to me.
Now, what about siblings? Did you have any siblings, or were you the only child?
When my mom moved to Atlanta, she had my two little brothers. She got married to my stepdad and had my two little brothers. And my dad had a daughter, a younger daughter, so I was the oldest, so I had siblings. And to this day, they look up to me, so I try to set that good example for them.
Anybody else in your family raps, aside from yourself?
My little brother, actually, his name Khalil Monroe. I just signed him to the FreeMinded, to my label, my independent label I'm doing, and we working on him right now.
Now, what do your parents or your family think about your rap career?
They love it. They love it.
When it comes to your parents, what's the worst thing you probably put them through?
A whole lot. A whole lot, man. But you know, I didn't really start getting crazy until high school. Until like eighth grade, ninth grade. So, you know, I was pretty much grown. It was like up to me. I was already let off the leash at a young age. So they knew I was smart. They knew I, you know what I'm saying, I was strong enough to get through situation. And I never really asked much from my parents like that. And they, I think they loved that too, because I mean, I went through a whole lot of shit from, you know, getting in trouble with the law to you know, learning experiences, you know, just doing this young nigga shit. And I was always paranoid my whole life. So like I do shit, but I was real cautious about everything I did, about everybody that's around me. Like I was that nigga that if niggas gonna go hit a liquor, son, and I'm feeling uncomfortable about it, nigga, let me out right here. And I never really gave a fuck when nobody thought about me, because I already knew what I wanted out of my whole shit. And niggas know. That's why I got so much respect, because, you know what I'm saying, you can't go wrong with being real. And I ain't never been disrespected out here. I ain't never been robbed. I'm out here to this day. Anybody know me in the Bay, man, I've been pushing foreign whips since I was 18, sliding to Miami, around this whole East Coast shit, for this rap shit. Anybody in the Bay Area that know anything about the streets, anything they know about me. And I don't glamorize that. I'm living a totally different life, you know what I'm saying? I go to Whole Foods, you know. I like to ride my bike, you know. I got beautiful women in my life, you know. I'm good. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? I got money, man. I don't want none of that bullshit around me. For real.
When you say ride your bike, what kind of bike?
A mountain bike.
Oh.
Yeah, I ride trails, you know what I'm saying? I come through, been a few trails, but, you know, I live in San Francisco. Beautiful place, man. Not a nice little trail by the Golden Gate Bridge. You know, I like to elevate my mind, do other shit. I'm on a whole different, I feel like I'm blessed. I'm in a whole different predicament in my mind right now. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be able to do this interview with you, all this, you know, so I'm just living life, man, pretty much.
What's your message to the youth, overall speaking?
To the youth?
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with being real. Never live your life trying to impress other people. And, you know, stay ready so you never got to get ready, man. Prepare for the worst. Hope for the best, man. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Same shit, you know. Stay ready, man. Because, you know, nowadays, all this, the music shit, you know, everything that's going on in our generation, even my generation, and it's even gonna be worse for the next generation just because people that's having the kids and not really teaching the kids about real life, you know what I'm saying, and just all they know is trap shit, want to get the chain, want to get the car first, want to go do everything first, and at the end of the day, I feel like in this generation, people are getting liabilities and assets confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean by liabilities is like, people think getting a car is an asset, and that's not an asset. You know what I'm saying? An asset is something that's gonna make you more money from you making that purchase to do that. You know what I'm saying? A liability is something that's gonna cost you money. Like, as soon as you drive the car off the lot, it lost that it have its value. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I put to the world, to the youth, that, you know what I'm saying, do something positive, you know what I'm saying, make the right decisions and really pick who you got around you, pick who you got in your circle, the right people around you, you know what I'm saying, just stay away from these snake bitches too, man. I swear to God.